Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fully Loaded Customs, Rob here. Today's video, I'm in Hixson, British Columbia. We're going to be checking out Lloyd's classic cars and auto parts, so stay tuned for today's video. Okay guys, so before I get started with today's video, I'm just going to let you guys know in advance, everything you see in the video today is for sale. So if you want this 48-ish Chevy Fleetmaster behind me, this car is for sale. The Studebaker's for sale. If you just want the grille, the emblem, stuff like that, anything, it's all for sale. So I will put in the video description, I'll put all the contact information you'll need to know, the location of where this is, so you guys are able to pick up anything that you might want to get for your vehicles. So that's, just want to get that out of the way, let you know everything you see in the video today, it's going to be for sale. So guys, without further ado, let's get behind the other side of that red fence and check out everything they have here at Lloyd's Classic Cars and Auto Parts in Hixson, British Columbia. So guys, this is a classic car field I came across when I was out working in British Columbia. And like I was saying, they've probably got at least, it's anywhere between 800 to probably 1,000 cars out there. They got quite a bit of vehicles out there. They've got an upper field and a lower field there too. And basically like I was saying, they pretty much have a lot of stuff out there. They've got a couple Pontiac, there's a Pontiac GTO. You've got Chevy Impalas. They've got, 61 that's out there. They have 65 SS that's out there too. 67, 75, a couple other years is Impalas as well. There's a 1958 Chevy Biscayne that's out there, two-door car. They've got at least easily a dozen Pontiac Trans Ams, Pontiac Firebirds, Chevy Camaros, and that's anywhere from like probably 1976 all the way up to probably about 1981. They got probably at least a dozen of those cars out there too. Tons of memorabilia out there as well. All kinds of hubcaps and emblems and steering wheels and you name it. They have all the stuff out there. It's really cool to see. If you ever get a chance and you're in Hixson, British Columbia, be sure to stop and check out Lloyd's Classic Cars and Auto Parts. Really cool to be able to have the opportunity to walk through this guy's field. There's, like I was saying, there is a ton of stuff out there. They've got hung like you're seeing right now, the hubcaps. Those are strung up pretty much both sides of the fences, and they're everywhere. and it's and they in the sheds and everything else. So if you guys are restoring something to original, or you guys do need original hubcaps or something like that, chances are really good you're going to find it at this place here. And like I was saying, here's all the Camaros and the Firebirds and the Trans Ams and stuff they have. They have some here, and on the other half of the field there, you're seeing there too. On the other side of the fence, they've got more Trans Ams, more Camaros, more Firebirds. 68, 69 Chevelle they had there. They also have, I think they had about 2 or 3 of those 68 to 69 Chevelles. And like I was saying too, Pontiac LeMans, they had those out there too. Bunch of cars too from the 40s and 50s they had out there as well. They also have a ton of classic truck projects out there too. Probably anywhere from as early as I think probably the late 50s all the way up to the square bodies in the 80s and stuff like that. Ton of project trucks they had out there too. And the cool thing about this place is if you see anything, they will pick it off, sell it, and I'm pretty sure they ship worldwide, because I think they were telling me they just had somebody and they shipped something over to Germany or something like that when I was talking to the guy. But they sell everything that you see, like all the parts, everything. If you need an emblem, chrome trim around the window or door handle or whatever, right? They sell everything. So really cool checkout. Stay tuned at the end of the video. I'll post at the end of the video all the information in regards to where they're located, the phone numbers, how to get in contact. If you see anything on this video that you might need for one of the cars you're working on. So yeah, they definitely had a lot of stuff out there. I probably took about maybe 3 hours or so. I didn't actually know. You know what? It was probably about 5 hours or so it took to walk through this place. Easily, like I was saying, they probably have 800 to 1,000 vehicles there. Easy between the two fields that they have there. They've got a really nice. I'd like to pick it up. It's a 1951 Mercury. It's a coupe. And I'll show you in the video later. I'll talk about it. I'll give you the idea of what I'd paint that car as if I were to pick it up. But they have all kinds of cool projects that were in there too. I think there was I think there was a Nova in there as well, Chevy Nova that was in there. They don't have a whole bunch of muscle cars, like Dodge Chargers, Challengers, or anything like that. You won't find that there. But they do, like they have like a couple of these G-body cars, Grand Prix, Cutlasses. They had a couple of those there as well. They had a couple. I think they also had a couple panel wagons that were there too, which is pretty cool to see. And yeah, they had a lot of wagons there too for any guys who were building wagons. I think they had a 63 Chevy Impala wagon that was out there. They also had a Cutlass wagon that was out there too, probably like an earlier 70s Cutlass wagon, probably like a 71 wagon that was out there too. And they definitely have a ton of stuff out here in this field for sure. I think they had a couple Plymouth Dusters that were out there. Plymouth Dusters. They also had a couple Dodge Darts, probably like 74, 73, 75 Dodge Darts that were out there too. They also had, a couple of 60 Cadillacs. Sorry, there's a 61, I think it was a 61, 62 Cadillac four-door sports sedan that was out there. It was really cool, like a 58 Cadillac they had out there. They had like a 51, 52, 53 Bel Air, I think that was out there too. Tons of wagons that were out there. They did have like a 66 Impala SS that was out there too. I didn't get a chance to film everything. I tried to film as much of the stuff I could that I thought was pretty interesting, that some people might be interested in looking for or wanting. So, like I said, if you guys are interested in anything, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to have all the information up there on exactly how to get in touch with these guys. If there's any vehicles you want to see, once I show you the Biscayne, I'll give you an idea on what they're kind of asking for stuff there too, so you guys have an idea on what they might be wanting for some of the projects that are out there too. And same thing here. They had a couple third-gen Camaros and Trans Ams as well, and a lot of second-generation Trans Am Camaros and Firebirds that were out there. Easily a ton of them, and yeah, looking back on it, there's probably at least 20 of them out there for sure. And like I said, everything's for sale. So this was the 1958 Chevy Biscayne that I was talking about they have out there. That's a full complete car. They also have the front clip for it. Something like that. They're asking roughly about, I think, $1,200 to $1,500 for the complete two-door car. This is also the GTO that they had out there. Really cool to see. I think the GTO had the Judge decals and everything else on it. But I think what they were saying is it's just a regular GTO. It's not it's a GTO clone, or sorry, it's a Judge clone. It's not an actual serial number GTO Judge, just so you're aware of that there too. But they did have the GTO out there. They do have a couple 70 LeMans as well that they had out there too, that people can build into a GTO clone if they wanted to do that. They had these, a couple Chevelles out there too. A couple Chevelles. And if you guys see any cars that are super rare, then I don't know. Be sure to leave it in the comments section down below. They did have a bunch of stuff like I was saying. So it's pretty much just walking through it, taking pictures of whatever I pretty much can. I did miss a bunch of stuff there too. I just didn't have the battery life on my phone to get through the whole day. There's tons of stuff out there. And like I was saying, if you do see anything that's pretty rare or a pretty cool vehicle that'd be worth building, leave it in the comment section down below. I'd like to hear, if there's any vehicles you guys that like out of this guy's collection that you'd like to pick up, build, and what you'd kind of like to do to it. It's always cool to see that, and it's always cool to hear other people's different opinions on how they build a car. It's just cool to check out, like I was saying there too. Tons of truck projects. They had some vans out there too. And pretty much a project for anyone who's kind of looking to build something out there too. So, just be sure to leave in the comment section down below if you see any of the vehicles, if you've seen any vehicles out there that you'd like to build, get a hold of, and kind of what you'd like to do to it. I showed you that 61 Impala earlier. That 61 Impala, four-door car or not, that's something I'd like to build because I think it'd be a really cool car, and it'd be really fun to build. It's really, in my opinion, it's in pretty excellent condition. You can easily build that 61 Impala that was out there, like no problem at all. Same with some of these wagons that are out there too. Like you seen earlier, I think there's like a 71, 72 Cutlass wagon. That thing's in excellent shape. It'd make a fun build. Same with that 65 Chevy Impala wagon too that you just seen not too long ago. That'd be a cool, fun car to build as well. As far as I remember, that was in pretty excellent condition and excellent shape there too. And that'd make a pretty fun vehicle. And those wagons are coming back, especially out here in Canada anyway. I do see a lot of wagons now at the car shows. Pretty rare because people weren't building them before, and now they're becoming pretty popular. Maybe I'll get a chance in the future, and there'll be some kind of cool wagon project I'll be able to work on and build out, which would be fun. Oh yeah, I forgot about this here too. They did have a couple of Buick Rivieras out there. I think like this is a 69 if I'm not mistaken. If I am, just let me know in the comments section below and correct me if I am right. But there are a lot of cool two-door projects that are out there for sure. So here's a car that I definitely like to do. I'd love to be able to do another 77 or 78 Trans Am. T-top car would be would be the ideal one that I'd like to do. It'd just be a lot of fun to do it again. My first car I ever painted was a 79 Trans Am. I did a true fire airbrush job on it with an airbrush and eagle and stuff like that. I'd really like to be able to do that once again. But probably to a 77 or a 78 car, preferably be a T-top car. I'd love to be able to replay that paint job now that I'm a better artist. This is the 67 Capri that you can see out there. I just feel that's the one I just put up the video on there just last week. Me cutting off the quarter panel of it and getting that all ready for my 67 Impala SS convertible. That's over at the shop there. So if you haven't already, check that video out. I posted that up just last weekend there too. I was going to get the trim on the front right-hand side of it, but when I went to go take it off the car, it wouldn't come out. So ended up leaving that there. So, oh well, no big deal. Another Impala, as you can see here. They did have quite a bit of them actually out there. They probably had at least 10, 12 Impalas that were out there. The earliest one was that 1961, the four-door sedan there that you've seen earlier in the video. And they had them all the way up, probably about... I think 75 was the oldest one that was out there, I think. But yeah, they had a couple of 65, 66. They have a 67. There's not much left to the 67 that you'll see later in the vehicle, but still a lot of Impalas out there. This vehicle here is one I'd like to get. I think it's a 51 Mercury. I'd love to get this car painted jet black and do the true fire airbrushing on it. And, have it shoot the flames out the back. Kind of similar to like the car you would have seen in Gone in 60 Seconds when they had the 51 Merc that was painted jet black. But I'd like to do the true fire airbrushing on that. I think it'd be a really cool car to do. I might go back and get that one. That would be really cool to do. Chop the roof about 3 or 4 inches. Give it a jet black paint job with some true fire. And then throw the flamethrower exhaust kit on it there too. I think we'd make for a badass hot rod. Perfect, guys. So that's the end of today's video. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the episode. Like I said, I'm going to leave all the information in the video description. So be sure to check it out. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, everything is for sale. Cars, parts, you name it. Anything you did see in the back, that's all for sale. So until next time, remember, if it's not Raglan, it's not custom. I'll catch you guys in the next video, so take care.